Hello viewers, welcome to another news hour on Jamano Media and Products. We first begin with our headlines. Elections to go ahead in Fonyi. Drug Law Enforcement Agency inspects health facilities, pharmacies selling pre-cure materials. Those were the headlines. We now have the news in detail. The Independent Electoral Commission has said the National Assembly elections will be conducted as scheduled across the country. There have been speculations that because of the displacement of voters in Fonyi, elections there may be delayed. But in a statement yesterday, the Independent Electoral Commission said elections will be held in all 53 constituencies in the Gambia later this month. The Independent Electoral Commission conducted an assessment of the situation in the Fonyis and has concluded that the situation is conducive enough to conduct elections, the release concluded. Meanwhile, the Independent Electoral Commission has allowed Gambia for All Party to nominate a new candidate to replace the late Lamin Jai, who died last week. The new candidate is Lamin Kambay Marang, the principal of Muslim Senior Secondary School. The Drug Law Enforcement Agency, in partnership with National Pharmaceutical Services, has launched inspection of pharmacies, public and private health facilities in a bid to monitor operators selling and distributing controlled drugs. The inspection comes amid rising use of illegal drugs, resulting in the arrest of hundreds of Gambians and non-Gambians. The Drug Law Enforcement Agency, the Gambia, alongside National Pharmaceutical Services, commenced inspection of pharmacies as well as public and private health facilities across the country. The exercise is in fulfillment of the provision of the Drug Control Act 2003 regarding the monitoring of operators dealing in the sales and distribution of controlled drugs, precious materials and chemicals. The DCA 2003 is an act of parliament that provides for the regulation of the usage and possession of controlled drugs, prohibited drugs and precursors, and for matters connected with them. The agency stated in a statement. Operators are required by law pursuant to Section 59(1) to provide inspectors account of controlled drugs, precious materials and or chemicals in their possession. Any person or entity who neglects or fails to comply with the inspector's comments an offense pursuant to Section 59(2) of the DCA 2003. In the same vein, obstructing inspectors in the due execution of their duty is an offense pursuant to Section 62(1) of the DCA 2003. Furthermore, operators will be provided a single dangerous drugs administration book for the inventory and recording of the purchase, sales and distribution of controlled drugs. This measure is in appliance with the Section 31 and 5 respectively of the DCA 2003. The DDA entry book will help stretching control mechanisms aimed at providing access to controlled drugs and preventing diversion, it added. Operators are therefore urged to strictly adhere to this regulation and keep the books in good condition, take accurate and proper records and ensure that the books suffer to damage, nor they are tampered with. In view of the above thereof, all operators are advised to cooperate with operators and comply accordingly with our collective efforts to provide equality healthcare services to the population while preventing diversion, it added. Those were the stories, but before we take a leave of you, let's take a recap on the top stories. Elections to go ahead in Fonyi. Drug Law Enforcement Agency inspects health facilities, pharmacies selling precious materials. Those were the headlines for our today's newscast. Thank you for joining us with your presenter, Maria McGillen.